So, welcome students. Today in maths class, we will discuss some of the terms related to algebra. So, terminology associated with algebra. Some of the terms means like constants, what is variable, what is constant, what is an expression, what is a term, what is monomial, binomial, or what is a polynomial. Like this. So let us start, then one step by step everything will be clear to you. So first is that I'll explain to you what is a constant. Constant means constant is generally a pure number because its value will not change. If the value will not change means that is a constant. For example, suppose I say 4, it is a constant. 5 by 6, that is a constant. Minus 2 by 3, that is also a constant because its value will not change. But what is a variable? Variable means value will change. If the value will change, then that is variable. Like all the letters used in the field of algebra, they are what? Variables. Like x, y, z. Because value of x, sometimes it is 2, sometimes you are taking 3. So what will happen? It's not fixed. So if it is not fixed means it is variable. And next is that an algebraic expression. What is an algebraic expression? Algebraic expression. Algebraic expression, suppose I write 5x or I write 5x divided by 9 or 2x plus 3y. So these are what? These are algebraic expressions, or 2xy minus 3a. So all these are algebraic expressions. So algebraic expressions means it consisted of a constant, a variable, or maybe a constant, a variable with addition, subtraction, multiplication, signs are there. So these are algebraic expressions. Now next is the term. Term is what? Where what will happen? A variable, a constant will be there, but no plus minus will be there. Addition, subtraction will be there. Like 5x, this is one term. Okay. 5x divided by 9 is another term. Okay. But here in this is an expression and it has two terms, one this and another this. So these are what terms? 2x is one term, then 3y another term. But if I write 2x plus 3y, this is not a term. This is an expression. In a term, never you will get plus or minus, addition or subtraction like that. So that is when it is there, it means that is an expression, and when it is not there, then that is the term. Next one is a term of an expression. When I write 2x plus 5a plus 3. So here what happens? 2x is one term in this full expression. Then 5x is another term for this full expression. And 3 is another term for this expression. So these individually they are terms of a particular expression. Next one is what is a monomial? Monomial. Monomial means a term which one expression which is consisted of only one term. Within an expression, only one term is there, then that one is monomial. Like suppose I write 2x. So this is one term. I write 5x divided by 6. This is also one term. Or I write 7xyz. This is also one term. So this is one term, this is another term, this is another term. But all are monomial. Okay. Next one, binomial. Binomial, mono means one. That is why one term. Binomial means in an expression two terms are there. Then that one is binomial. Suppose I write 2x plus 3. So 2 terms are there. So this is binomial. Again I write 4y minus x. So this is also binomial because here 2 terms are there. Or I write 5xy minus 3x. So that is also a binomial because here 2 terms are there in each expression. So binomial. Trinomial, tri means 3. So trinomial means 3 terms are there. Trinomial. 3 terms are there. For example, I write 2 by 3x plus 3y minus 1. So here 1, 2, 3 terms are there. So that is trinomial. Or I write x plus y minus z. So that is also a trinomial because 3 terms are there. Or xy by 2 plus 3y plus z. So this is also trinomial because here 3 terms are there. Polynomial. Polynomial is what? Polynomial, a binomial is a polynomial, trinomial is also a polynomial. Or if I write 4 terms, then that is also a polynomial. Means 2 or more than 2 terms are there in an expression, then that one is a polynomial. In case of a polynomial, in the denominator you will never get a variable. Whenever a variable is in a denominator, then it will not be a polynomial. Suppose I write 2x plus 3 divided by y minus 2. So this is not, this expression is not a polynomial. This expression is not a polynomial because in the denominator you are getting here a variable. So this is not a polynomial. It means actually whenever in denominator something is there, suppose I write 1 by y, it means it is y to the power minus 1. When I write 1 by x square, so that is equal to x to the power minus 2. It means the variables will not be with the negative powers. If they are with the negative powers, then that expression is not a polynomial. Now next one is, what is a factor? Already I discussed with you factor. If I write 6, then 2 into 3. So 2 and 3 both are the factors of 6. Okay. 2 and 3 both are the factors of 6. In the same way 12, 12 divisible by 3, 12 divisible by 4. So 3, 4 both are the factors of this 12. Okay. Next one is that suppose I have a number x term 5xy. So its factors are what? 5, comma x, comma y. Because 5, it is divisible by 5, it is divisible by x, it is divisible by y. So 5xy factors. Along with that, this is divisible by xy. Even these are divisible by 5x, comma 5y. So all these are what? These are the factors of 5xy. So factors. Now next one is, in a term, always you will see that 2 parts are there. One is the numerical part and another one is the variable part. So numerical part, suppose I write here 5x. So this is the numeral one and this is the variable one. So this one is known as, the 5 is the coefficient of x and x is the coefficient of 5. So this is known as the numerical coefficient. Numerical coefficient. While this one is what? This is the literal coefficient. Or if I write here, suppose 2 by 3 yz. So numerical coefficient is what? This is. This one is what? Numerical coefficient. And this is what? This is the, both y and z are literal coefficient. And if any number is this, like 5 minus 2 x square y. So numerical coefficient is here what? Numerical coefficient is here -2, and literal coefficient is equal to x square. Numerical coefficient is the number along with the sign, and literal coefficient only the variables will come in the category of the literal coefficient. Now next, like terms. What do you mean by the like terms? Two or more terms, if they have the same literal coefficient, whatever be the numerical coefficient, no matter, literal coefficients are same, then they are known as like terms. For example, I write 4xy, and then I write 8xy. So this and this both are like terms because their literal coefficient here xy, as well as this is also xy. But so this one example of like terms. Another example, suppose I write 3 by 2 x square y. Second is 2x square y. And third I write 2yx square. They are also like term because here the literal coefficient is x square y. Here also x square y. Here also x square y. Why I have written first x square later? No problem. Whether I write x square first or y first, both are same. Like 2 into 3 is equal to 3 into 6. So y into x square will be same as x square into y. So x square y and y x square same. So these are what? These three are like terms. All three are like terms. Unlike terms. Unlike terms means, obviously unlike terms, the literal coefficient will not be same. Like suppose I write 2xy, comma 5x, comma 3x square y. So these are what? These are not like terms because here the coefficient xy, x square y. So literal coefficients are not same, so they are not like terms. Like terms means the literal coefficient will be same. These variables, the part which are variable, that will be same, and numerical coefficient whatever, no matter. Okay. So this is the like and unlike terms. Now I will discuss about the degree of a polynomial. A polynomial, then what is the degree? Okay. Suppose a polynomial consisted of three terms. It is 2x cube plus 3x square plus 5. Okay, this is there. So this term, the degree of this term is what? The degree of this term is 3. 3. And for this term, the degree, since x is to the power 2, so degree is 2. And here the degree is, x is not here, it means it is 0. Okay. So the degree of this term is 3, this term is 2, and this term is 0. And the degree of this whole polynomial, this full expression is what? The degree of this expression is the term which has the maximum degree till maximum power. So this is 3. So degree of this polynomial is what? 3. Next one more I am giving you. Suppose 4 by 3 x square y plus 2x square y square plus 3x cube y square. This is the expression. So degree of this one term, individual degree you have to think. Degree of this term is x is power 2, y is power, nothing mentioned means it is 1. So 2 plus 1, 3. And here it is x power 2 and here also 2. So 2 to 4. The degree of this term, only this term is 4. And the degree of this term is 3 power here and 2 here. So it is total 5. Okay. So the degree for each individual term we will find it out. So degree of this term is 3, this is 4 and this is 5. So maximum degrees of which term? This term is the maximum. So for this polynomial, the degree of this polynomial is what? The degree of, now the degree of polynomial of this polynomial is 5. Each term, degree of each term, first we have to find it out. Each term, so this is this and this. And the term which is which is to the maximum power. So 3 plus 2, 5 power. So that will be the degree of whole expression. I think this is clear to you now that what is a constant? A pure number is a constant because its value will not change. Variable means x, y, z, 2x, 3y, all these are variables because when the x value will change, 2x value will change. Okay. A pure number is a constant. Letters in algebra known as the variables. Algebraic expressions. 5x. 5x divided by 9. So here in an expression consists of what? A number, variable, and along with that plus or minus signs are there. Then they are what? That is the expression. And term, where what will happen? It will be a number and a variable, and in between the multiplication, 5x means here 5 and x multiplication sign is there, 5x multiplication sign is there here, and 9 division sign is there. So multiplication division is there, but no plus minus is there. Then this is what? This is one term, this is another term, this is another term, this is another term. Now this is what? If this expression which is consisted of only one term, then it is known as monomial, like this, and these are monomial. These are three monomials. Binomial, which is consisted of three terms. So these are three different binomials. Trinomials, which are consisted of three terms. Okay. So that is what? That is the trinomial. Now next one is that these are all polynomial. This is a polynomial, this is also a polynomial. Means two or more than two terms, that is polynomial. But this is not a polynomial. Why this is not a polynomial? Because in the denominator, if variable is there, then full expression is not a polynomial. Means never the variable power will be in negative. When the power of a variable is negative, then it is not a polynomial. Then I said to you about the factors like 5xy. So here factors are what? 5 is the factor, x, y. Means this number is divisible by whatever, that is the factor. Now in this expression, in this term 5x, the two parts are there. One is the numeral part, another is the variable part. So which one is the numerical one? That one is known as numerical coefficient, and this one is known as the literal coefficient. 2 by 3 yz. So this is the numerical coefficient, this is the literal coefficient. Minus 2x square y. So this is the numerical coefficient, this is the literal coefficient. Now in this, like terms and unlike terms. Like terms means the literal coefficients will be same, whatever be the numerical coefficient. So here in this you see this one, this one, this one. All the three terms has literal coefficient same, x square y, x square y, x square y, or y x square same. So these are what? Like terms. And unlike terms like this, xy coefficient and x square y. So all are different, so unlike. Now degree. To find out the degree of a polynomial, what I have to do? First I have to find out the degree of individual term. So degree of individual term, here it is 3, here 2 power 2, so 2. Here no variable, so 0. And then I have to check which one term has the maximum degree. So that will be the degree of that particular polynomial. Okay. Next I said to you about the coefficient. One more coefficient. Numerical coefficient, literal coefficient, I said to you. Now I suppose I write 5a square y. I want to find out the coefficient of a square. So coefficient of a square is what? After a square, after this 5a square y, after leaving a square, whatever the rest is there, that is the coefficient for that a square. So here in this 5y is the coefficient of what? A square. But suppose I want to find out the coefficient of only a. Then here 1a is here because a square is what? A square is equal to a into a, and 1a is used up here. So what is left? 5ay is the coefficient of a. Now I want to find out what is the coefficient of y. Suppose y. So coefficient of y is what? What will be the coefficient of y? After leaving y, what is left? 5a square. So 5a square is the coefficient of y. In the same way, suppose one more example I am giving you, that minus 2 divided by 3, minus 2 divided by 3 a cube y square z. Suppose this is there, and here obviously this is the numerical coefficient and this is the literal coefficient. Asking you what is the coefficient of z. So this is what? 2, 3, all the factors of this is a into a into a into y into y into z. Asking me the coefficient of z. So coefficient of z. After leaving z, one z is there, one z, then whatever is there left over, so they will be the is minus 2 by 3 a into a into a into y, and that is equal to minus 2 divided by 3 a square, sorry, a cube y square is the coefficient of z. Now suppose I ask you what is the coefficient of a square. So coefficient of a square. A square means a into a. So that part I will leave. A into a, leave it. After that, whatever is the leftover, that will be the coefficient of a square. So coefficient of x square minus 2 by 3 a into y into y into z. So that is equal to what? Minus 2 divided by 3 a y square z. That is the coefficient of a square. So here first we'll factorize in this way, and then whatever is given a square and asking me the coefficient of a square. So coefficient of a square is what? The leftover. Whatever is left after a square, that will be the coefficient of that. Or you can think, when you will learn the division in algebra, you will come to know that the coefficient of any number is that whatever the number given to you, asking you suppose the coefficient of a square. So this whole thing divided by a square. After that, whatever is left, this quotient, that will be the coefficient of that particular expression or that particular coefficient, that particular a square here. So this is all about the terminology associated with algebra. On the basis of this, we will solve the exercise given in the book, that is exercise 13b, I think so, of your book. Sorry, 13c. So exercise 13c, few sums, let us do 13c. Okay, 13c. 13c, it is that classify as constants or variable. Okay, 4, it is a pure number, so it is a constant. Minus 8y, since y is there here, so it is a variable. 3 by 7, again this is a constant because it is a pure number. Minus 8, minus 8 is a number, okay, pure number, so it is constant. 9x, that is a variable. So whenever a pure number is there, then it is constant, I said to you, sorry, I told you. And whenever it is variable along with that, then that one is not a constant. So here even this is a variable. 0 is a 0. 0 is a constant. 3x square divided by 2z. This is a variable because x and z is there. Now write all terms of the following algebraic expression. So in this first one sum, 3x plus 5y minus 6z. How many terms are here? Actually 3 terms. So what are those? Here 3 terms are there. First term is 3x, second term is 5y and minus 6z. So we will not write the signs here. Only the terms we will write here. Like here, I'm writing, how will you write here? 2. Sum number 1. It is given 3x plus 5y minus 6z. So terms are, in this expression, the terms are 3x, comma 5y, comma 6z. These are the 3 terms. Okay. Next one is write down the algebraic expression whose terms are this. Sorry, here you have to give the sign also, minus when it is minus. The next one is asking you write down the algebraic expressions whose terms are. So here third one. So terms are this. So algebraic expression will be what? So algebraic expression for terms 4a square minus 2b square minus 3 is what you will write, 4a square minus 2b square minus 3. Okay. Next one is the sum, that is identify monomial, binomial, trinomial from the following. See here how many terms are there? 1, 2. So this is what? Binomial. How many terms are here? 1. One term is this, one term is this, and another term is this. So this is what? This is trinomial. 2 by 7 a square. So this is no plus minus sign. So this is only one term. So it is monomial. Here again one minus sign means this side one term and this side one term. So 2 terms, so binomial. Here in this I am telling you now. Here this is one term, this is another term, and this is another. Minus here this side 2 terms and plus this side and this side. So total 3 terms are there. So this one is what? Trinomial. Trinomial. 2 terms are separated by which sign? Plus or minus sign. When multiplication sign is there, then they are not separate terms. Like here 2b square, this is one term. 4ab, this is one term.